Hello everyone, I'm Trey Rich and you are watching The Buzz. On today's show we have our favorite musical family JAGMAC in the studio. Then we talk to Sasha Farber of Dancing with the Stars to fill us in on his partner Sunny Lee's health after having to run off stage following her performance on this week's Dancing with the Stars competition. And finally, we have the Cunningham sisters tell us about their time on this season's The Voice and life after being on the show. Don't forget to turn your clocks back. It is cuddling season, people. Let's start the show.
All right, guys, it's your boy James Kennedy. I just played at a Blended Festival, and you're listening to Buzz, Buzz, Buzz.
Before we get started, we want to send our condolences out to the families of the 8 people killed and many others injured at the AstroWorld Fest in Houston. While Travis Scott was on stage performing, fans started pushing and many were carried off either fatally injured or in bad shape. Travis is getting a lot of heat for not stopping the show even after many fans tried to get the attention of Travis, security, and in one video, a cameraman for the event. There are many videos posted by others that were there. Travis posted a statement on his social media saying that he and his team are reaching out to the families of the people injured. Let's take a look.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, you know, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, you know, help them get the help they need, you know. I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The City of Houston, HPD, Fire Department, you know, everyone to, you know, help us figure this out. So if you have any information, you know, please just contact your local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. And I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated and just keep you guys informed on what's going on. Love you all.
Soon after his statement, Kylie, who was in attendance, also posted a statement giving her condolences to those who were killed and injured at the event. Like everyone expected, there are lawsuits coming in by people who say they were injured at the event. This story is still developing, so we will keep you posted. The Dancing with the Stars competition is getting more and more competitive as the weeks go on, and this past week, contestants danced to the music of Queen. One of the fan favorite teams, JoJo Siwa and Jenna found themselves in the bottom 2.
How are you guys feeling right now after tonight's results?
Well, Jenna's shoulder has a hole in it because I was scraping it while we were standing there.
That was not fun at all. Super grateful to be here. But you know, being in the bottom 2 is not fun.
Scary.
Yeah. But a good reminder that we need to remind people to vote, and nobody is safe whatsoever, even depending on what your scores are.
Not at all. You know, honestly, I think the world has a world, and we're in that world, and it just has a way of working. And it's all numbers, and there's a lot of people that vote, and there's a lot of amazing people here.
I also think maybe people think that because we have the last 3 weeks gotten really high scores that we'll just sail by. Yeah, and that's not the case clearly tonight. So yeah.
The votes matter.
Please vote. Friends, family, loved ones.
I have gotten to know Jen really well in the last 8-9 weeks. And I know that, I don't know what she's gonna do, but I know she's gonna somehow come up with a way to make next week's dance our hardest one yet, our most technique-filled one yet, and our craziest but yet controlled one yet. I know you're gonna push me to like no other next week, and I'm excited for it.
Here's the thing also, we were asked, you know, like, well, what do you think went wrong? Nothing went wrong. We didn't do anything wrong. She definitely did not do anything wrong or hasn't. She's just been killing it every week. But I think it's gonna just light a fire for us this week in rehearsals, and we're gonna push.
Absolutely.
What did you
What
guys
about-
think of that Zendaya comparison from Carrie Ann?
That was amazing. That was, I think, such a big compliment for you.
Yeah.
Zendaya, I think, flourished on the show and then became who she is now, a freaking icon. And so for you to be compared to that, I was like, yes, please.
It's interesting because, and I actually never told you about this yet, is people my whole life have been waiting for me to have my like child star breakout go crazy moment. When there's like always a point in time where a child star goes from being a child star to phasing out of that phase of life.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they go crazy to phase out of that phase of life. But for me, I feel like this is my transition.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's such a good, wholesome, right way of transitioning out of being a child star. And it feels so good to grow every single day and learn new things about myself every single day.
One of the standout moments is Sunny Lee, who was sick with some type of stomach virus and rushed off stage to throw up and was taken to the hospital soon after. Sasha Farber tells us how it all went down.
Sasha, how impressed are you with Suni for pushing through everything that she was experiencing this week?
Absolutely. I think it was probably the hardest week I've ever had on Dancing with the Stars. I've done a few seasons. It was so stressful. The poor girl started to feel really sick on Tuesday, and it got worse and worse. We had to miss rehearsals. Today was actually the first time she did the relay because she couldn't do it last night. I danced with a mannequin. I thought it was really funny. Probably not my best work, but she was under the weather. We missed a lot of rehearsals. Today was actually, every dance that we did, she didn't get through 3 passes. We usually have 3 passes yesterday, 2 passes today. She did 1 yesterday and 1 today, and then had to throw up. It was just something that just wasn't holding, and she was out. That's why she's not here. She's at the doctor's. We're gonna get her some food, get her fluids, get her back on her feet. But it was really scary. And right before the dance started, I mean, not many people could probably see because it was kind of like dark, but we were standing in the tunnel, and she just kind of like 10 seconds in, she kind of like vomited in her mouth and tears started to come out, and she started walking away saying like, no, I can't do it. And I was like, Suni, you've got this. Come on, this is game time. And she turned around and she's like, like holding it in. And she held it in for 1:35. And then the second the dance was over, she ran to a trash bin. And then poor thing felt so embarrassed because, coming from the Olympics, being a gold medalist, she felt that was embarrassing. But I told her like, that was real. That just proves that you held on to the last second. And then when you didn't need to be there, obviously she needed to be there, but then she literally just ran, and then she wasn't going to go on for the second dance. So we all ran back, producers were there, it was a bit of drama. And, we were all saying, like, she was just embarrassed. And we were all saying to her, like, you're going to regret this tomorrow if you don't do this. Because they would have played the dress run, and that's where she was, poor thing, was, walking. So she's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do it.
Dancing with the Stars is on Mondays on ABC. Check your local listings. Don't go away. We have JAGMAC in our artist spotlight.
Me and the fam pulling up. Boys in the back, got the engine running.
Hey, we're JAGMAC. We're a family band, all brothers and sisters. JAGMAC stands for the first letter of each of our names, from youngest to oldest. Take it away, man.
What's up? My name is Jared.
Hey, I'm Angelique.
Yo, I'm Gabriel.
How's it going? I'm Anjo.
My name is Alyssa.
And I'm CJ. We're super excited to be here. Let's do this.
Get it, gon' get it, got that drip, ice drippin'. Now we steppin', now we cookin' now, this good. Spicy sriracha, so good it's made in Picasso. We stir you up like it's mantra. You want that extra? I got you. Let me know what's on your order. I'ma get it for you. It's so hot, you need some water. That's just why we gotta make it boom after shot. Boom, yeah, hit the spot.
We've been creating as much content as possible. We had written a bunch in 2019 and was able to release some music videos back in 2020. And now this year, we're just like, we got to get out there again. We have to be able to perform. So that's what we've been doing. We've been putting on a bunch of shows and putting out new music.
We just had a show in LA over at the Mint, and it was so much fun just to be there in person again and to perform these songs, see the fans live, to see how they react to the songs. So it was just a blast, and we're just so excited.
Such great energy. That's right. And actually, a few fans flew out from out of state to come and see our show. So that was crazy. I was like, what are you doing?
I think people just want to see live shows again, so they're ready, and we're ready too.
I mean, just being back in LA, we haven't been here in like 2 years. So to come back to like a packed show, it was just incredible. But we actually headlined a couple shows back in our hometown, Maryland, in like June. So that was really amazing too.
Even in New York City, we got to perform in Times Square, which
that was awesome.
A dream come true.
This was over the summer, man. That was epic. That was epic.
Hey, yo. Been in this party forever, think I'ma go. Room full of strangers singing these songs I don't know. Why they be acting so crazy with their full logos? Oh. Room started turning when I saw your face. I'm jealous the way the dress holds your waist.
We found love at the beginning of the year, kind of like back in March of April, and we were in this house that we rented out, and we're like
in Miami.
Yes,
let's go.
In Miami and South Florida, we love it there. No, but we came in there thinking like, oh, well, you know, maybe get like 2 or 3 songs max. We banged out like 10 songs. It was crazy. We didn't realize how much, you know, things that we had to say that were just built up from the previous year because we hadn't been to the recording studio. So we wrote We Found Love. We found love there, and we were just inspired by, you know, the culture of Miami, the city, the food, the people, the energy, and we were just like, we want something tropical, okay? We
Feel good,
feel
summer
good,
vibe.
just like roll the windows down and just blast a song.
Let's
so
be real, we found love in Miami.
we always do.
We always do.
But yeah, it's such a good song to just like jam out to in the car or something.
So, We Found Love, like she said, we actually wrote that this past spring of 2021. But we wrote some of them also at the very end of 2019, so right before all the COVID stuff happened. And those are, I guess you could say, like our COVID baby, because they happened like literally right before.
Well, talk about
they've been self-quarantining for a few months.
But
yeah, we wrote a song back in, like I said, the end of 2019. It's called Spread Love. And we actually filmed the music video. It was cool because it was on my birthday. It was the day right before like everything went onto lockdown. So it was perfect timing that we were able to get that like out, and it was just a good song that talked about like spreading love and positivity like in a time that really needed it.
100%
for sure.
We still have a ton of music that hasn't been released that's definitely going to get released by next year for sure. We're trying to release an album. It's going to happen, and we cannot wait for you guys to hear it. It's a new sound, new JAGMAC style. You guys are going to love it. You know, we are constantly evolving with music no matter what, but I think this trip in particular, like, we really found our sound as a group, and sonically we just kind of came together and we're like, you know, we want something universal. We want something that, you know, taps in all types of ethnicities and backgrounds, and we're also Filipino, so we wanted to stay true to our Filipino culture. And with this new album, you're gonna hear a little bit of everything, and so like I said, it's so much fun and so exciting. We can't wait for you guys to hear
wait till you see the album.
And the other thing I think is we're all like getting older, so we're also maturing a little bit. So our sound and like the life experiences we're kind of experiencing, we're able to put that into some of the new music as well. So it definitely comes from a real place, and you'll get to hear that in the songs.
Hot like rhyme and we be bopping, you know we stay dodging. Jokers, Batman, Robin, yeah we see the signs but we ain't stopped. And every time we come around it, they keep talking. Gibberish with the lips, turn around and blow a kiss. Poison ivy wishing she was half this venomous. You say hella band, to say relevant. Party so far that it burn all the evidence.
Spicy sriracha, so good it's made in Mikasa. We stir you up like it's mantra. You want that extra, I got you.
But we've been working hard on our music videos this year. Like we definitely didn't stop. We had a really big one called Masarap that we also filmed out in Miami. It's kind of like a James Bond.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. Yeah, it was really cool. A lot of it was really thought out. Like when we were planning it and everything. Even in the studio when we were creating the song, it was like, I can hear this in a movie. I can see the whole thing in my head. And so when we got to actually film it, which was all done in one day, by the way, crazy day. But we love the outcome, and we love how everyone's just kind of like, what is it at the end? And we're just like, can't say.
Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook at JAGMAC Music, and go to our website at www.jagmacmusic.com.
And we're on, you know,
Spotify,
TikTok as
Apple
well,
Music,
Spotify, Triller, all social media. We're on there.
Come through. You'll get to see all JAGMAC in a new light.
Yes,
we have a lot of fun videos up there, guys. Definitely go check it out, and watch out for the new music and the Christmas song as well.
Hey, we're JAGMAC, and you just been buzzed.
We Found Love is available on all streaming platforms, and a special acoustic music video will be out soon. Speaking of sibling groups, don't go away. We have more show to go with the Voice's Cunningham sisters up next. The Cunningham sisters impressed the Voice judges and ultimately chose Kelly Clarkson as their judge. They continued to fight their way to the live shows, but got edged out by Haley Mia. We did catch up with them to find out what they're up to and what's life like after The Voice. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Macy.
I'm Marie.
And we're the Cunningham sisters. Started with my mom. She saw this ad on the internet. I think it was like Facebook or Instagram, but it was a virtual audition invitation. And you can finish that.
And so my mom told us about the audition, and she said, hey, you guys have an audition for The Voice. But in the beginning, we didn't think she was talking about The Voice. We thought it was just like another talent show or something. Talent show. And then like the day before, she was like, hey, you guys got to get ready for this interview for The Voice and da-da-da-da. And we were like, wait, The Voice? We didn't know she was, because at first we thought it was just a talent show. And we were like, The Voice? And she's like, yeah, The Voice. I told you about it. And we were like,
you didn't say it was for The Voice.
Yeah.
She said, yeah, I did. Going on stage, we saw the chairs, and the chairs were facing the audience, not us, so we couldn't see who was in the chairs. But I mean, we knew. But at the same time, it was like, ain't nobody in the chairs. Like, this is all fake. So, but once the chair turned around, Kelly turned her chair first. So once her chair turned, I was like, when I saw her sitting there, we tried to keep our composure. Like, I was freaking out on the inside, but I could not show that. And so I just looked at Marie, and like looking at her just gave me reassurance and calmed me down and was like, okay, we got this in the bag. Now let's just finish the song strong. It was just crazy.
Yeah. Right, because when we were singing, and like when Kelly turned her chair, my eyes were closed because I was just feeling the music so much, you know? And so then I opened my eyes, and Kelly and John both turned around, and I had no idea because obviously my eyes were closed, or I was looking at Macy, and I was just in shock. And in my head, I stopped singing, but I obviously didn't in real life, but I thought I did. But yeah, it was crazy.
It was crazy. It felt like an outer body experience.
Yeah. The battles were a lot of fun, but they were also really hard because with everybody on the show, we build connections and we make a family, and it's definitely hard battling somebody that you built a relationship with. So we see, like with Parker, when we battled her, she would help us on our parts, but we would also help her. So it's kind of like we kept it in our head as obviously, yes, it was a battle, but it was a performance that we were doing together at the same time. So we just wanted to make sure the whole song altogether was spot on, and yeah, it was hard at first, but we knew that it had to be done.
She was kind of like our big sister, and so like practicing the song with her almost every day, and just growing building a connection and a relationship. We really didn't think about it being a battle, more of like a duet. And so when we got on there and sang, it was just like, all right, we're all three gonna kill this. We're all three gonna put our all into this song, and we're just gonna see what happens. Hopefully we all go on. We were like in the mindset that we were all three going to move on. Like Parker was going to get stolen, or we were going to get stolen if we didn't win the battle. So it was kind of just like we were all in this together. Right. So we didn't really think of the outcome as much as like everybody would have thought that we would. And so when Parker didn't win the battle, it was like really heartbreaking because we like had this whole like fantasy plan in our heads beforehand going into the battle. But it was still super exciting to even perform the song together. It was so fun.
Yeah, and we know everything happens for a reason, so we know her journey isn't over yet.
In all the work us three put into the song and finally getting to just kill it, it was the best feeling ever.
We definitely have people we still talk to, and we actually have a group of friends that we have best friend bracelets with. We talk to every day almost. And so I definitely believe that those relationships will never be broken.
Yeah, they're definitely forever friendships. And we had this thing where like all the minors, because there was like adults and then there was like young adults, and then they had the minors like 15, 16, and like all the minors, so we all became like best friends. It was so fun.
We definitely are going to start making our own music.
Yep.
And so that's really the number one thing that we're trying to work on right now.
Yeah, is our music and perfecting our craft and just putting out, like keeping everybody that's going on this journey with us, just keeping them still interested and keeping them with us and not losing anyone, and just like keeping them active and like staying active to keep them.
I think what comes to mind is the sister duet, the Chloe and Bailey right now, and everything else. Is that an inspiration that you guys are doing right now?
We definitely do look up to them in some sort of, like in some aspects, because we do know that they're a duo and they started when they were really young too. They're sisters. They're amazing singers. We've seen them on multiple shows that we watch, so they definitely do have some part in what we're doing.
But we're gonna have more. We're gonna stay in a not necessarily like a Christian or gospel like genre. We're just gonna like be a clean lane, and we're just gonna have a clean slate and make music that people relate to, and we're gonna make real life music and just encouraging music, but stay clean.
Right. The songs we sing for our blinds and for our knockouts, that type of music is also kind of like music that we want to put into an album. So it would obviously be our original music, but that's where we get our inspiration.
Like the song "Never Alone" that we sang. Yeah, like Tori Kelly is a great example. She sings about music that people can relate to, and just like, but she keeps it clean and classy, and she keeps it like
modest.
Yeah, we like that.
The fan base it's definitely very crazy and exciting, because they're so supportive and they're just so positive, and we just love them.
And we try to respond to everybody and keep up with everyone, because we are just so grateful of everything, like all the support that they're giving us and all the love that they're giving us. Like we just try to keep up, and we try to show them that we see them and that we hear them, and so it really does feel great, and especially to be able to respond to people when they DM us about like being lost and feeling alone. And so we just try to encourage people, and we're just so grateful.
Well, we like on our own, we've been writing and trying to come up with how we would want the album to go, but really as soon as possible.
Well, we don't have like an exact time, like an exact date and time set of when we're gonna start like releasing music, but we know that we're gonna get in the studio soon. As soon as possible. Yeah, like as soon as possible. Maybe like even next month, possibly sometime, but like soon, very soon. You guys can follow us anywhere on every social media platform at the Cunningham Sisters. On TikTok, we put 3 S's at the end. This is just a little extra, but it's still the same thing. Our thing. Yeah. The Cunningham Sisters. But yeah, and our profile should pop up. And then on Twitter, we are the Cunninghams 5, because the Cunningham Sisters was taken already when we made the profile. But unfortunately.
We'll have to reach out to them.
Right. We're the Cunningham Sisters, and you have just been buzzed.
That's all we have. Special thanks to the Cunningham Sisters, JAGMAC, Sasha Farber, JoJo Siwa and Jenna Johnson, ABC, Dancing with the Stars, and Madison Brodsky. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and double tap us on Instagram, all at @buzz_active. Before we go, I'm going to leave you with an in-studio performance of We Found Love by JAGMAC. I'm Trey Rich.
Hey, we're JAGMAC, and you're listening to our new single, We Found Love, on Buzz Access.
1, 2, 3, and... Hey, yo. Been at this party forever, think I'ma go. Room full of strangers singing me songs I don't know. Why they be acting so crazy, but they're for locals. Room started turning when I saw your face. I'm jealous the way the dress holds your waist. Waiting for the chance to get to know you, hold you. Thinking right about now I better stay. Yeah. With you by my side, I see clear. With you and those lies, I see gold. Oh, oh. likes to stay way too long. Told all my girls that I'm gone for the night. The moment I left, I was caught by surprise. Couldn't believe what I saw in his eyes. So I better stay. With you by my side, I see clear. I see clear. With you and those eyes, I see gold. I see gold. Sweet, 'cause we found love, we found love. 'Cause we found love, we found love. Away, 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 away.
For more stories and extended clips, go to thebuzzallaccess.com. I'm Trey Rich, and you've just been buzzed.